So remember when Justice Thomas said the Supreme Court should revisit gay marriage, calling the decision to legalize gay marriage, quote, demonstrably erroneous?
Well, the time for that reevaluation might be right now, because the Supreme Court has officially been asked to overturn their Obergefell decision, which legalized same-sex marriage nationwide.
So it all started in 2015 when Kim Davis, a county clerk in Kentucky, refused to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples due to her religious beliefs. She actually spent several days in jail under contempt of court. In a long, drawn-out legal saga, she's been fighting this the whole time, and her petition has now finally reached the Supreme Court.
Now, a few important things here. First, the Supreme Court doesn't have to take the case. They have discretion to choose whichever cases they want to hear, and they turn down cases all the time. But if they did choose to take the case, how would they vote?
A majority, meaning 5 justices, would need to vote to overturn it. All of the more liberal justices are immediately out, and looking to the more moderate or conservative ones, Kavanaugh has explicitly gone out of his way in his writing to lend support to Obergefell. Roberts is a confusing one. He dissented in the Obergefell decision, saying that the court overstepped, but he since voted in support of it and tends to not like broad sweeping changes, so...
That leaves these justices who have records that lean in favor of overturning. That said, and it seems like we say this a lot these days, in today's political and legal climate, anything seems possible. So if the Supreme Court chooses to take this case, and if they choose to overturn Obergefell, then what?
Well, similar to abortion rights, it'd be up to each state how they want to proceed. States could choose to no longer issue same-sex marriage licenses.
But a federal law passed in 2022 offers an important protection here. Even if the Supreme Court overturns Obergefell, every state has to recognize marriages that were legally performed in the past or in other states.
Meaning if, say, Kentucky no longer wants to have same-sex marriages, all prior marriage licenses in Kentucky are still valid. And a same-sex couple could still travel to, say, New York, get married, and then Kentucky would have to honor that.